Hold it up close?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
That's the radio. All right,
Okay.
Good morning, y'all. I am Rick Godley. I'm happy to be in the presence of the Jonquil Jubilee Extraordinaire, Excelsior, I don't know, Barbara Johnson. We're going to talk about the Jonquil Jubilee 2025, information and a whole lot more and lore. Not a bad song to set up the guest here this morning on the new Rue 102, 102.3, and yes, we have an app for that. Fill me a buttercup, but we're going to be talking some floral, specifically jonquils, daffodils, and Barbara Johnson. Barbara Johnson, I have your good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
All right, so let's. Is a buttercup? Which is worse? Well, you always educate me because you're a teacher. Tell me about the jonquils and buttercups and the little derivation thereof.
Buttercup is we would call that a nickname for our jonquils and daffodils.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So we have buttercups in Gibsland.
Yes, we do.
All right. All right, Jonquil, how are you? How's everything been going?
I'm fine. It's wonderful. Kind of cool this morning.
Kind of cool, kind of cool. And, you know, you didn't get pulled over. You kept it under the speed limit.
I did. That's right. I did. I did well.
All right. So Jonquil Jubilee, give us the history of this before we go into what's going to be coming up on March 1st.
Our Jonquil Festival began in 1999, and Gibsland was named by our legislature as the daffodil capital of Louisiana, and we still wear that proudly. We have millions of bulbs in and out and around in our homes and on our route, so we're excited. We're looking forward to a beautiful, warmer day next on Saturday, March the 1st.
Saturday, March 1st is the big day. We're going to get into all the details on that with Barbara Johnson here on the Rue 102.3. Again, how did these, you know, you were talking about, well, sister, let's just go right into Sister's Farm, because my question is, who planted the first daffodil, jonquil, or sweetie in Gibsland Parish, and how did this thing, pun intended, grow?
Oh, they've always been there.
Okay. It's
always been a popular homestead flowers. They come up, they spread naturally. Our festival began with some friends, and Celia Jones, who owns Sister's Bulb Farm, was instrumental in the beginning. We had a committee that was formed to preserve and share all the daffodils that we had at that time. And since then, we have been instrumental in planting millions on the route and in homesteads and in yards and gardens. So it's beautiful. It's just going to be beautiful. Were
you there in the beginning when somebody said, you know what, let's host a really, a community event, call it the Jonquil Jubilee? Were you part of those early stages? And if not, who was?
I'd hate to start naming names, but
name two or three.
All right, I would say Celia Jones, Marcia Andrews, Charlie Andrews, Tom Martin were some of the instrumental, and Joyce Lilly. I did not come on as part of the Jonquil Festival Committee.
Okay.
At the time, I was still teaching, and I was asked if I could bring my 4-H children over to help with a booth, and so I've been there ever since.
Boy, you really...
And it's been wonderful. I love it.
You took the bulbs by the hand and
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So I know you're chomping at the bit to let's pop up the t-shirt first, because you're wearing it. I'm going to put it up here.
Okay.
Talk about this. This is a beautiful shirt, and what are we looking at?
This is Sister's Bulb Farm that I mentioned earlier. We're featuring it on our t-shirts this year. Celia Jones she was away from us for a while, but she's moved back to the farm now. And we will have tours that go to Sister's Bulb Farm.
Okay.
There's 3 tours. There'll be one at 10:30, 12:30, and 2:30. And she will, she will guide the tours. These are, you know, it's a walking tour, and you'll be able to go on the grounds, and she can give you history of it. And you're just going to be amazed. There's bulbs that are planted in rows. There's bulbs that are planted, you know, naturally.
Right.
And it's just wonderful. You'll be able to visit with her and get the history of Sister's Bulb Farm. She inherited this from her grandmother. The bulbs was planted, and if you read the history of it, this is one of the ways that her grandmother subsidized her family, because she actually sold the bulbs. And you look at it now, she would sell them for like 3 cents a piece or 50 cents a piece. Well, you can't, that's not going to happen now. But it's the history of it. Jake's cabin will be on the tour site, and this was a young man that was there and helped her grandmother plant these bulbs. So it's a historical place. It's wonderful. We have a shuttle bus, right. And the ticket for Sisters Bulb Farm tours is separate. It's $10, but you can meet in the Gibsland Bank parking lot. We have a shuttle bus. The $10 ticket will get you on there, and the bus will carry you out to Sisters Bulb Farm and wait for you and bring you back. So those are 3 times.
Okay.
And there will be a special guest. Celia has a relative who is Dr. Greg Grant. Excuse my voice. Dr. Greg Grant.
You're good.
And,
you're good. You want to get a sip of water?
He will be there. I will. He will be there with her on site, and will be instrumental in the 2:30 tour. So that'll be great too.
You get a sip of water. I'll tell folks, for all the information you need to know about the Jonquil Jubilee, there is a dedicated Facebook page, that you can get all this information from. From not only the tours, when and where, but I know there's so much more. Matter of fact, why don't you talk about the vendors? They're uptown, downtown, east town, west town.
Well, we are so excited this year about our vendors. We have over almost 40. The last night we counted at the meeting, we had 38 yesterday afternoon. So, and so we're excited. We have all, crafts, everything. It's just food items. So the vendors will be downtown.
All right.
When you come into downtown, Main Street will be blocked off. And right in the middle of the street, we have our booth, our ticket booth. You go there and you'll visit with Miss Holly Mae, and she has tickets for the tour, the armbands, and a map. And so this is a self-guided tour. And on the tour we have, at First Baptist Church, we'll have at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock, our guest speaker this year is Sarah McDaniel, who is a real estate entrepreneur, and she renovates homes and has villas for rent and lease. And so she's coming to speak, but she has a wonderful life story that she will share with us at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
And is that free?
It is included in when you go to the ticket booth, and you'll get an it's $10.
Okay,
you get an armband.
I got you.
And that gets you into everything.
All right, so
you'll get a map for the self-guided tour. It'll get you into all of the tour stops.
With the exception of?
With the exception of Sisters Bulb Farm.
See, I'm paying attention to you.
You're good, yeah. That's additional, but there's available seats still on those 3. There's 3 bus routes. 3 bus shuttles, and you can get your tickets. You can board the bus right there at the Gibsland Bank parking lot. So.
All right. Also on the tour is this funky little building shack, and I forgot the name of it. What is that, Barbara?
That is Folly Ranch.
Folly Ranch.
And that is, it used to be a potting shed for a previous owner.
Okay.
But Tony Camp, who owns the Folly Ranch now, has converted that little building to a general store.
Really?
And she has crafts.
Penny candy in there?
She has a lot of things in there, and they have. It's a great place to visit. Has a pond that you can go and sit by if you would like to do that. But Tony will have the general store open, and she's kind of secretive about what all she might have in there. So you're just gonna have to come and check it out.
She'll be part of the $10 armband, correct?
Yes, she's part of the $10 armband crew.
Tell me more about the quilt. I know you're the quilt is a major league fundraiser for the Jonquil Jubilee Committee. What is it? The
quilt this year is donated by Ms. Ellen Butler, who is our featured quilter this year. And it's a beautiful quilt. Raffle tickets are $1 each. Drawing will be at 4 o'clock at the close of the festival. Okay. You do not have to be present to win, but it would be great if you were there at 4 o'clock.
Right. Right. And so how did last year's raffle go on the quilt?
We did well with our raffles last year.
Good.
We put that money back into next festival.
Sure.
We plant flowers. You know, we're always planting flowers, daffodils and stuff around town and on the site. We're encouraging. We also have a raffle for 500 bulbs.
Okay.
That you can, the tickets, all of the tickets, if you have not bought them previously, at all of the Gibsland Bank branches have the raffle tickets, both quilt and, but if you have not gotten that, they will be on sale at the ticket tent in the middle of Main Street.
It's going to be Saturday, March 1st. What time? Well, I know the Gibsland Grill will be serving up breakfast and then also food all day.
Our Lions Club will be having breakfast from pancake breakfast from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
At the grill?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, at the grill, but the Lions Club sponsors that. Now the grill will be open for lunch.
Right.
As you know, and this, I forget what they usually have. Chicken salad. They have good food. They always change on us, but it's great and wonderful. So.
All right, so this is your chance to wrap it up and touch base on things that we did not talk about here for this year.
All right, you'll be able to see Evergreen Farm. Beth Fontenot and Steve Fontenot will be there with you there. Oak Grove Farm, it's a stop that you can get out and walk through Joyce Lily's beautiful yard and garden where there's...
Time out. There's somebody who has a bunch of flowers and her name's Lily?
Yes.
Okay, it's kind of like...
Joyce Lily, yes.
Go ahead.
She was one of the inaugural committee members too.
Of course.
Yes. And we will have bulbs. Her son will have bulbs there in the green to purchase there.
Okay.
So. Well, we do have that there. So.
I caught you looking at me, Barbara.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're supposed to be looking at that.
I will be looking. I'm so sorry. I will follow my directions.
No, you're doing great.
It's just a wonderful day.
It is.
Had the Red Barns drive by this year. Mount Lebanon Baptist Church, who is the oldest church in the Southern Baptist Association, is open. The museum there is open. We have museums downtown. It's just a wonderful day. It's planned. We've strategically planned so that you can get everywhere. You can see everything. It'll take you all day. The vendors are just wonderful. We're just excited that we have as many vendors as we have this year. So we're expecting a great and wonderful day. Everyone needs to come, and the extended forecast that I've looked at should be a great day with temperature rising into the 70s. So come on out, have a pancake for breakfast, and find other things for lunch and make a whole day of it. We'll be there from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
She's Barbara Johnson. She does an extraordinary job, and so does the volunteer crew.
Yes.
Danville Parish, Gibsland, Louisiana, for the Jonquil Jubilee. It's going to be Saturday, March 1st. Barbara, don't be a stranger, but always appreciate you coming on by.
We appreciate you helping us. It's been wonderful. Everybody can check out the Jonquil Facebook page.
There you go.
We are using social media. There's a lot of information, vendors, tour stops, people. So it'd be great. Just check out Jonquil Jubilee.
And Barbara will do it.
Page.
She's doing a 5-part series on the. She's the wealth of information on Jonquil Jubilee.
Yes, call me. I would be happy for someone to call me.
Barbara Johnson, thanks so much here on the Rue 102 as we get back to the music. Awesome job, still recording. There she goes. She did great, so y'all know what to do.